but these funny stories and these experiences led you to becoming, a chief master sergeant and doing all this other stuff, and then making this connection with Will. But throughout this entire thing, there's this thread of, I wanted to help. I wanted to be a first sergeant. I wanted to take care of the enlisted guys. So of course, in 2020, when Project One Vet at a Time popped up, and you had this great relationship with a great guy, CM, who we've had on the podcast and talked to a bunch of times outside of it. When it came time for you to be of service going in, of course, that's why you said yes. It was the right people. It's the right mission. And that's what Project One Vet at a Time is. Can you lay out exactly what Project One Vet at a Time's mission is and what you guys have been doing, from 2020 on, and what's the goal?
So what, obviously the goal is to help as many veterans and active duty folks as we can as they transition into the civilian sector with their Department of Veterans Affairs. We don't like to say disability because I don't feel like I'm disabled. Aaron, probably don't. There's some disability there. We can tell just by looking at you, buddy. But
yes,
there's some.
That's not service. That's not service connected. First of all, that's mean. All right, I've always been this way.
It's Ohio connected.
It's Ohio connected. First of all, and second of all, I didn't claim it, smarty pants, and you know that. So yep. I kept the previous problems off the sheet to stay clean.
That's good. That's good. It's nice to be able to separate your going in issues with your service connected issues. But we're one of those agencies that wants to help out people with their VA compensation and pension. So Scott Zastro, who's another guy, again, didn't know who this guy was either until I got involved with Project One Vet at a Time, and he's our medical consultant. But Scott Zastro, gives the analogy of the branch of service that you were attached to rented you for a certain period of time. Either it was 4 years, 6 years, in my case, 30 years, what have you. And during that time, you suffered some dings and dents along the way. You were a rental vehicle. You did the walk around in 1989. You did the walk around when I was 19 years old, and there was nothing wrong with me, I thought. But after 30 years, and the 30 years of the Air Force making me run when I'm not a runner, save a few of those years where we were just on the bike, which I was happy with. It takes its toll. And so what we try to do at POVAT is help our referred veterans get the VA compensation and pension that they've earned and deserve. And it should be at no cost to them. They should not have to go hire an attorney to get what they've earned and deserve. They should not have to, fight with the VA because they don't understand the process to get what they've earned and deserve. Again, a lot of our time in the military is spent following guidelines, following instructions, following, guidance from, the command element. But when you transition out, it's not there. You don't know what to do.